It's a beautiful thing to see, isn't it? Just how much work we've done. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a lot of time. It's a lot. Well, I say it's a lot of hours. I mean, this. Bear in mind, I started this towards the start of 2021. Although I didn't really kick it into gear till sort of October 2021. But even so, it's been a minute, hasn't it? It's been a while. So you know, there's a lot of hours have gone into it over a long period of time. But it is looking really, really nice. But of course, we're not quite done yet, are we? We still have, well, that garden to finish, and then 3 more buildings. I must admit, in my head, I thought it was still 6, but nope, it's 3. Wow, that's not a lot of buildings. So what are my goals for today? Well, to be honest, actually, I'm probably not even going to touch the... Well, I say that. I hope I get to these buildings. I hope I can build up these walls and get to these buildings. But I'm not betting on it. Because what we want to do is finish the garden. And then we're going to do the fort. The whole thing. So that's really what this one's going to be about. That's really what today is going to be about. Is building... Well, finishing off these gardens that I only really just started last time, and then moving on to the fort. Or at the very least, that is the plan. I'm hopeful though, I'm hopeful. I think we can get the fort done in sort of a single episode. Whether or not I can move on to the things here, I mean, you guys are going to have to wait and find out, aren't you? I can't, I don't know, you know. I don't know, you're going to have to wait and see, aren't you? But yeah. I guess, without further ado, let's go. So that's looking a lot different than the last time we saw it, isn't it? Well, let's have a look at what we've done. And the first part really is the gardens down here. I'll be honest, there's nothing sort of super flash about these gardens or anything like that, because I wasn't particularly trying to make them look super flash or anything. It's just a nice standard sort of little garden. We've got little flower displays, which I think I've designed quite well. And we've got this sort of big thing in the middle. I don't really know what this pillar is. I don't know what we would call it or what its purpose is. I know I like it. I know I'm a fan of it. But obviously, you know, this is what we would call a gazebo nowadays. I don't know if that's the name the Romans would have used, but this in the middle, this sort of pillar, I don't know. I just like how it looks. I also like using these new sort of lanterns. I've never really used these before, and they look good. They look really good. I'm definitely going to use them in future projects. But the big one is, of course, the fort, and you can very much see just from here that the walls have been expanded by quite a bit. Because about half the walls were done. We'd done before up to here. We'd done this middle section here, and we'd done that over the other side. But from the tower next to it, all the way around is new. And I quite like these walls. They're not perfect, but I think they look good. I think the gates look good. I like what I've done with the gate areas. Originally I wasn't going to do much of a design on them, but they kind of evolved over time, and I think it actually looks quite good. I like the little windows here and the little area here. I think it looks cool. I think it looks cool. And then we have the interior. As you can see, this has been split into 4 sections, which is how the real one would look based on the drawing they've seen. This is just an area for soldiers to sleep in. We've got the tents with the beds, and I built these tents before. These tents are the same ones you saw in the all the way over there, where you can see the... Hang on, I'll take you there. Come on, let's go on an adventure. Let's head back into the past and look at an old build. God, it's quite a distance now, isn't it? But yeah, I built these tents before, so they're not anything new, but I just felt like tents worked, because there would be some sort of sleeping area for conscripts and stuff like that, and I felt like that worked well. And as you can see, we put the fires in the middle and so on, which, you know, making a bit of smoke, but what can you do, eh? What can you do? But I quite like them. Then over here we've got housing. Each of these is a small house with various rooms. I can see a sitting room there. Got a kitchen here. A little dining area there. That's the bathroom. That's a very basic bedroom, which I forgot to put the candles on, but it happened. And that's the storage room. And they're all basically the same. It's just my idea behind this is sort of, I suppose, a bit of an officer's quarters, something like that. You know, because while the basic soldiers will be sleeping in the tents, you're not going to put the officers in a tent. Over here we have a stable. I built a much bigger one of these. Over here, this is sort of a miniaturized version of them, and we've got a couple of horses in each one. Little storage area there, and little grounds here, which I quite like. And here we've got a little archery range. So you go in the chest, get your bow into here, shoot and fire. And you can see we've got the lines on the ground, which kind of mark how far it is. I mean, it's strictly speaking, they're the 4 meter marks, but you know, it can be whatever you want it to be. And that is the fort. And that was the goal for this. It was to build the garden and build the fort. And we've done it. The fort is built. The garden is built. We had a little bit of time at the end. Not a lot. We had a little bit of time at the end. And so I started work on the walls. You can see I extended the wall up to the next tower. I built the next tower and I started building the one after. That was the point. I ran out of time though. So next time I'll obviously be building that up to sort of here. And then build something here. Then build up. Build something there. Build around. Finish off the walls, which is an amazing thing to say, and do that final building. I can't imagine we'll do all this next episode because there's quite a bit. Even though I'm only thinking, you know, a couple of farms and a wooded area here, which they don't not take too long to build. But even so, it's definitely going to be at least a couple more episodes, maybe more. But that's it. I mean, this is all that's left. Is this bit here? Everything else is done. I'm genuinely very happy with it. So yeah, that's the build for this time. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I'll hopefully see you next time. I'm really looking forward to next time, actually. We are. I keep saying we're in the end game now, but we really are. I mean, this is it. It's crazy, right? Anyway, I'll see you next time.